And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Candygrams. Who can spell the rainbow? Now, Candygrams is called the colorful crossword game, and that is exactly what it is. You're going to be building a crossword puzzle in front of you with different tiles, trying to make words. So if you like crossword puzzles, you're probably in the right spot. So there's a bunch of letter tiles in Candygrams that are all going to be pink, yellow, and blue. And so you're going to have 25 of those. There's also going to be 10 that are placed in the middle, and there's 2 dice. So in the beginning of a normal game, you're going to turn over your 25 tiles, and at that point, you're going to start to play. To start with, you're going to make a word of your colors here that uses all 3 colors. So you're going to make any word you want. So let's see, I was going to do busy, but I don't see a U. Let's see, W. I'm just trying to make, let's see, can I make wood? All right, great. Wood, that uses all 3 colors. So that's my starting word in my grid. Then each round of the game, someone's going to roll the dice. And that's the color of the word you have to make. So I have to make a word that's all yellow, which means I need to use that, so I'll make boy. I'll make boys. That might give me more. Then they roll again. Now I have to make a word that's pink and blue. So, you know, you can add a letter to make a longer word if you want to. I could say like Woody, for example, here. Wow, okay, so let's see here. Dice. Oh, I don't have an E. Oh, that's not any good. I don't have a lot of vowels in period here. Let's see. Lid. Now I'm making it very short, but this word here is pink and blue. Now another thing is, if doubles are rolled, and they already were rolled, each player can exchange one of their words for one of their letters for one of the letters in the middle. You can also put things next to each other as long as they fit. So for example, if I have another word that starts with I, for example, I could put that word here, IF, and that's my new word, and it's also making the word is. But I could have only done that maybe if I rolled a blue and yellow. So the restrictions here are on these colors. The first person to get all their letters into their grid somehow is the winner. Now there's another way you can do this where it's the same thing, but when you roll the dice, everyone's doing it as fast as they can, and the first person to make the word says, I got the word, they show the word, and no one else can make their word. You have to put your word away. And then it's the same thing, but it's a much faster, speedier version of the game. The tiles for this game are really nice. I mean, they do look like you're having a baby shower, but they play well, they sit well, they're easy to move around. Not so keen on the dice, honestly. They're big dice, and they're not indented, so these are going to fade away pretty quickly. The problem with these dice is they don't roll really well. You never feel like you're rolling with them. I don't know how to explain it. They just fall and sit there. They're okay, but the tiles themselves are fine. And the rules themselves are written really easily. One thing I like about the rules, when you're teaching how to play, it shows you every possibility of how you can make a word. Like you can put a word parallel to another word as long as all the little 2 little words match. You can add another word, so I can add link next to barn to make blink and barn. You know, things like that. So it was very clear on that. It was very easy to figure out how to play, and they gave a distribution of the letters, which I also liked. So the game, this is not my jam, this particular game. I like crossword puzzles, okay. I like things like word searches and there's a lot of puzzles I like. Crossword puzzles, this is not really necessarily a crossword puzzle. It's more akin to Scrabble, right? Where you're trying to make words, it's just not a board. And then it's Scrabble, but you're restricted by these colors that you have to do. And I think that's where I kind of just don't really enjoy the game. Now, I'm going to start by saying I think that the standard game is pretty slow, but the express game, the speed one, is way too chaotic, and some people are not going to have fun with that at all. They roll the dice, you're like, ooh, a yellow, blue, what should I do? And someone's like, sun! You're like, okay. That was fun. It's just that I didn't like that at all, and I've yet to see anyone who does. The standard game, though, where you're taking your turn, it's like an interesting puzzle. How can I use these letters or switch with the ones in the middle to put these out here? But it gets harder as it goes by, which makes sense. You're running into fewer and fewer letters. And you can even take letters off of words and move things around if you need to help with other words. But I just got no joy out of that. Now, let me be clear. I think the game is not misrepresenting itself. It's called the Colorful Crossword Game. That's exactly what it says. That's exactly what it is. And I think there's going to be people out there who do enjoy that. So this is not necessarily, I'm saying this is a bad game. This is just a game that's not for Tom Vasel. I like word games. I like thinking of words. But that's all this game is, with an artificial constriction that you have to follow those colors. And then the rolling the dice, and it's like, oh, I rolled double pinks. Great, most of my letters are yellow and blue. I guess I'll wait till the next round to do it. And the trading with the middle. So there's some interesting concepts here, and I can see this being a fun gift to give to someone who likes these things. Hey, Grandma, I know you like this. I'm not saying only grandmas. Or here, Bob the biker, I know that you really like these sorts of things. Not so keen on this cover. Again, it kind of looks like a baby shower type motif going on here. But if you like Scrabble, but you want something different, it's because this is not like Scrabble, but that same idea of putting the things together, then I think you will enjoy this. Just not with me. Dice Tower Judgment, not for me.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.